Hello guys, it's your favorite Naruto guy and welcome back to EverDream. Today we're going to be looking into the various powers, abilities and weaponry of the Asgardian race. I would be focusing exclusively on their comic book iteration however, and not the MCU portrayal. Though they have some similarities between the two, it's important to know that they aren't interchangeable. As usual, if you like what you see here, please like and subscribe as this really helps my channel grow. I also have constantly growing content on my channel, so please feel free to take a look and turn on the notification bell for future videos. Without wasting any more time, let's get into this video. Before I say anything, I have to say this: Asgardians are gods. Forget what you know about the MCU, like I said, we're talking comic books. They are gods, not godlike or even like gods. No, they literally are divine deities. They live in a dimension known as Asgard, which is also the name they've given to the world they live on. And if there's one thing that can be said about them, it's that they are mighty. A full-blooded Asgardian can lift about 30 tons, which is about as heavy as a fire truck. Though this varies. For example, Volstagg, who of course is staggeringly perfect, in his prime could lift about 50 tons. And Brunhilde the Valkyrie can lift about 45 tons. But those born of mixed blood with races like giants or elder gods can usually lift far in excess of 30 tons too, like Scourge, who is half storm giant and can lift 65 tons, or Thor Odinson, who is half elder god and can lift well over 100 tons. Asgardians can also move faster than any normal human due to their greater strength. The fastest of them, the god Hermon, the speed god, can move at velocities even surpassing Thor's flying speed. And as strong as these gods are, they are just as tenacious. They live for an incredibly lengthy yet undisclosed lifespan spanning several millenniums and possibly much more. Yet despite not being ageless or even deathless, these gods still make grand claims of their own immortality, though they do have a leg to stand on. In the mortal realm, on Earth, if a man should walk through a blazing inferno unharmed, it would be called incredible, superhuman, even magic. To an Asgardian, however, that's just taking a stroll. The hottest flames and the most deadening cold don't bother them in the slightest. Thor himself has been to the very surface of the Earth's sun. Odin has made love to the very fires of creation. Scourge has walked in lands as cold as death. Even the inhospitable void of space with its radiation and lack of oxygen brings them no harm or discomfort whatsoever. Their survivability is matched by their durability. They are capable of withstanding Herculean blows from giants, titans, superhumans and other gods. Their flesh, more steel than meat, is incredibly dense and tough, which also makes them deceptively heavier than they appear. And if they do manage to get injured, regeneration is pretty commonplace. They can heal completely and quickly from the most grievous wounds, with the exception of loss of limbs in several minutes, though it may take several hours instead, depending on how long they've been away from the Asgardian realm. This is because they draw vitality from the very realm itself, and being away from it for an extended period of time slows down their regeneration, though it doesn't eliminate it. But despite the gifts of their godhood, they are not all powerful. Their might can be challenged and even dwarfed. Creatures like storm giants, dragons and other native to the immortal Asgardian realm are able to match and sometimes even exceed their raw power. So Asgardians, like anyone else, have to arm themselves. And while at a glance their choice of weaponry might seem archaic or simple, especially when compared to highly advanced races like the Kree, the Skrulls, or even Earth. But I assure you that is not the case. You see, most conventional energy weapons like laser guns and plasma rifles simply won't kill most beings from the Asgardian realm. At best you merely hurt them, at worst you piss them off. Know the right tool for the right job, and nothing can break giant bones, pierce dragon scale and rip through god flesh like dwarven forged arms. These weapons, usually made from the mystic metal Uru and at times spelled with enchantments, come in the form of swords, spears, axes and hammers, so sharp and strong it would make adamantium blush. Even a normal human could use these blades to cut clean through a god. They are a thing of beauty, and some are even as legendary as the god who holds them, most of whom then give them grandiose names such as Fimbuldraga, the Whispering Spirit, Gungnir, Odin's Swaying One, Jarnbjorn, the Iron Bear, and of course Mjolnir, the most famous of all. But these weapons would not be nearly as renowned if not for the skill of its users. Asgardian warriors are known across the 10 worlds and beyond to be legendary fighters, having not just brute force but deadly technique. They favor and are masters of melee weaponry, hand-to-hand combat and archery, able to flawlessly fight and bring down opponents even larger and stronger than they are with practiced ease. They are also glad of war, willful, proud, and fierce, a direct result of their upbringing in a society that heavily esteems traits like bravado, courage, skill, and strength. To Asgard's warriors, reputation is all. So they seek their reputation, sometimes going on dangerous and often life-threatening quests, testing themselves against different adversaries, even warring with elder gods themselves. But they don't only fight for glory. The warriors spend their lives fighting countless battles, some of which can last for decades in defense of Asgard. As a result, a single veteran warrior alone would possess the skill and knowledge of one who spent countless centuries making corpses, or cowards, out of the kinds of things that kill gods. And yet, there are some who stand out even among these types of warriors. Despite all I've said, you will be wrong to think brawn is their greatest strength. No, that would have to be magic. Every single Asgardian, without exception, possesses magical energy, a spark of the Odin force, and at least a basic understanding of magic. After all, the use of magic is their way of life, but their skill in using it does vary wildly. While there exist some warriors who are fluent in the mystic arts, or that possess innate magic, like Thor, with his ability to conjure and command storms, most tend to have little skill in magic, relying instead on enchanted items or weapons imbued with magic, though some are known to imbue themselves with certain abilities, like the Valkyrie, who are given powers over death and the afterlife. However, the most dangerous magics are wielded by the sorcerers and sorceresses of Asgard. Gods like Kelda, Amora, Lorelei, even Odin and Freya herself possess a vast and encyclopedic knowledge of the mystic arts. As such, they can perform numerous feats of magic such as pyrokinesis, weather manipulation, transmutation, astral projection, telepathy, force projection, space-time manipulation, and so much more. The sheer volume of what they can do with magic is mind-bending and at times even cosmic. And that is everything I have to say on this video. If you found this video entertaining or helpful and you want to support me, please share my video to those who you feel would like to see it. Also, please, I would ask you leave a like and subscribe to my channel. This absolutely helps me out and is the only thing that encourages me to keep making these videos. So it will be very much appreciated. Thor and his mythology has a very special place in my heart, so I would love to keep making more of these videos if you guys respond to it well. You can also turn on the notification bell to get info on my next video as I release videos regularly. Thank you guys for watching and definitely see you guys.